Then the voice of God. The voice of God speaks of his authority, and he also speaks of his rulership. The voice of God. The Bible said, Revelation chapter 1 from verse 14-15, where he spoke about his hair, his eyes. He also spoke about his voice, and he spoke about dominion. That is why Psalm 27 from verse 1 to 5, the Bible speaks about the voice of God. He said the voice of God is full of majesty. The voice of God is upon many waters. No, Psalm 29, help me now. The voice of God is upon many waters. He said he discovered the forest, he causes the hind to calve, and he spoke a lot of majestic thing about the voice of God. Anybody who has encountered the voice of God will carry the rulership of God to the nations of the world. This is why anything God tells you, nothing can define it. So you need to encounter the different dimensions of God's anatomy. You need to know his hair, which is his holiness. You need to know his eyes, which is his judgment. You need to know his feet, which is his dominion. You need to know his voice, which is his rulership. And then you need to know the hand of God. And we are gathered here tonight because of the hand of God. I'm taking time to establish this foundation so that you will not judge this reality by physical standard. So when we say the hand of God, you are not looking at this thing. This is not hand of God. The hand of God speaks about his authority and his power. Anybody that knows the hand of God will walk in authority and power. Now, all of these dimensions I've listed to you, there are spiritual protocols for entering them, but that is not my emphasis. So I didn't have time to show you the protocols. The only one I will show you and address tonight is the hand of God, so that when you leave here, you will carry the hand of God. You will need it. The hand of God speaks of his authority and his power. And can I tell you something? God wants men to carry his authority. This is why he allows us to interact with his many dimensions, because everything God is, we are his witnesses. We are supposed to carry it so that we can establish his government on the face of the earth. And so every believer must carry the hand of God. Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 4. This is my first time here. That's why I'm taking time to teach. If I start preaching, this place will explode in 20 minutes and I won't be able to establish anything. I've not been here before. So when I preach in a place for the first time, I take time to teach so that they live with something. I want you to live with something. If you don't remember me, at least you apply what you live with, and it will change your life. They say, and his brightness was as the light, and he had horns coming out of his hand, and he said, there is the hiding place of his power. So every time we speak about the hand of God, we are talking about where the power of God dwells. And a man who knows the hand of God, or a man upon whose head the hand of God rests, is one who carries God's power and God's authority.